Number one, and I'm glad there's a guy, MRI and I like,
Mm-hmm.
because this doesn't come through, excuse me, it doesn't always come through on the broadcast because, of course, I don't have a dry erase board. But a
Sure.
couple times I said to Kyle, I'm like, Minnesota's pre-snap looks defensively
Mm-hmm.
were spectacular.
Yeah.
I briefly got into like some inverted cover too, but it's not great radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't,
You want me to
but,
grab the whiteboard?
but I'm seeing it,
Yeah.
right? And I can see, well, they'll play 2-man because they don't really think that Dylan can run. You saw him the scramble late, how he could run for about
Yeah.
6 years. That's why people don't play 2-man against
But it's
scrambling
mobile
quarterbacks.
Yeah. And he tried a couple times early to run.
Yeah. So, like what they were doing, I thought Collins had a really good game plan.
What?
I also
Yeah.
noticed how they rearranged the deck chairs, and it clearly was not on the Titanic. That was not a sinking ship up front.
Oh, for the offensive line. Yeah,
Yep.
that looked.
Everybody started in a different. Not everybody. Center state. No, just about everybody but left guard.
I think everybody switched.
So, but then I pit that against. Listen, you get down blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I could pull a good high school offensive lineman off the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I could say, hey, you get a down block. What are you going to do? I guarantee you 95% of them would say squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Could not for the life of me figure out why on a couple of plays you just lose yourself and you get vertical.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's down, you squeeze, restrict the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska gets vertical. Then you get 2 linebackers that fit in the run game, and you clearly I'll screenshot it for you. But get your head and thump on the correct side. You cannot be tentative.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to fit that. You've got to get that thing in a hallway for your alley runners.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, as alley runners, you can't.
You gotta get down there, man.
Listen.
I mean, you saw the screenshot I sent you, right?
Listen. Anecdotally,
yeah.
And I don't know. This might be a student. Guys that like film.
Mm-hmm.
Anecdotally, this is what I want to say, and I'm not sure I'm right. I feel like I am.
Okay.
Every run of over 20 yards or more, in particular the ones that have gone for touchdowns,
mm-hmm.
they are eerily similar. Eerily similar.
Yeah.
If you think this isn't a copycat league, you're kidding yourself. I was doing the breakdown with Eddie yesterday at Channel 7,
mm-hmm.
and it felt like Michigan.
Yeah.
It did. And I go back to the one that Ray had for Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Exact same thing. So, Nebraska got some options.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They could do one of a handful of things.
Okay. What are my options?
You could continue to teach what you teach
mm-hmm.
and try to find the right combination to pull it off. I mean, they clearly were going at a couple guys.
Yeah.
Clearly were targeting a couple guys.
Absolutely.
So
both in run and pass game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And there are 2 guys on there. There are 2 guys that are really, really close to them that I knew. I told you off air, and I tried to ask Burns this.
Mm-hmm.
He was having none of it. I felt like quietly there were a couple guys in Nebraska secondary that Minnesota was like, yeah, they're not. I don't think they're what the stats say.
Mm.
And I asked the question. You go back and listen to it. I'm like, hey, I kind of feel like there's this thing. Do you think Nebraska secondary
mm-hmm.
is what the numbers say? So that's one thing. So you can coach what you do, find the right guys, have some conviction, just coach it up.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep doing what you do personnel-wise and
hey,
play.
These are my right guys.
And play
to their strengths.
And play to the strengths.
Sure.
Or you can play new guys, new scheme ish. Because
or you can just keep banging your head against the wall doing the same thing with the same guys and have the same results.
Yeah, that's what I hope. So the last
hope
one
is
not it.
Yeah, you hope that's not it.
I hope that's not it. So it for me, it's not. I don't know. People want me to be doom and gloom. I'm not. What I did say is, and I've said this here, you've been able to get away with some things because you're winning.
Mm-hmm.
You just have.
But the Maryland run's a good example of it, right?
You're still doing some of the things that.
I mean, what was one of the things I was frustrated most about in the offseason?
Well,
kind of in this area that we're talking about. I blamed it on one guy, but it was probably more of a unit problem.
go ahead.
I was really frustrated with what I thought was a Deshaun Singleton problem getting downhill.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't a Deshaun Singleton problem. It's a group problem.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because for the most part, I didn't think Deshaun had a very good game either. But I didn't think very many people in the secondary did. But I thought it was specifically a Deshaun problem. For the most part, he's been a lot better this year. But he also moves spots, right? So I think there's been a problem with guys in kind of the safety roles getting downhill, getting those run fits. Because I sent you a screenshot, and there's multiple guys. I sent you a screenshot where the ball had been handed off a full 3 seconds ago, right? It was a slow developing stretch play to the outside or outside zone. I don't know if it was a stretch or an outside zone, but what I believe was the free runner hitter, the guy that should have been the last free man to make the tackle, because everybody else did a pretty good job, I thought, of taking on blocks.
Just slow to trigger.
And making it messy for the running back if your free runner hitter gets downhill. He was still 12 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so
3 seconds into the play. And there wasn't like a hard play action or boot or anything.
So short of just sitting down asking.
And that's the one that went for 70.
If there's conflict of interest in terms of like fitting out of quarters, because there's some interesting little tidbits like early in the season with the press conferences about, I don't really, where Coach Rhule kind of alluded to not liking to fit or play quarters. And I said, and in my head, like I know it's you have to really, really rep fitting out of quarters because your keys are your keys, right? Whether you're reading number twos, whether you're the +1, like it's not really a fast kind of downhill deal. But when you play too high, you have to be able to get into the box. So there's some conflict there.
So let me.
So it's just some really like football-y things that are coming to play. So schematically, they're going to have to.
Can I ask this question? Because I think
it's your show. You can do what you want.
It bothered me in a couple different areas. Obviously, the run fits are one area, and I don't know if this actually helps that or not. But also those shallow crossers where guys are just running free across the formation.
So Minnesota was winning at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
So
what's the, like, if that happens and you're like, hey, I don't want that to happen anymore, like, what are your alternatives?
They can't win inside.
Okay. So you have to force them outside leverage, basically?
Just can't win inside.
Because
if that's how you're going to play it.
Well, so
you cannot allow your guys to win at the line of scrimmage inside.
So here's my question.
And Minnesota was winning.
Is there another way to play it that makes it more difficult for Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, you can have them to the inside and give away
the outs.
You could give away the sidelines. It's a little further for your safeties to run. Like if you play two, if they've got to get over the top, or in quarters, like you don't have. I mean, they can throw it over your head. So. Well, you saw the one they dropped in the bucket to Brockington.
Yeah, on the touchdown.
Yes. So they had been getting inside. So he's like, okay, it's decent. It was pretty good coverage.
I thought so. That's a perfect throw. Like I can live with that.
Drop it in. So, but that's the alternative is to turn and run and try to get to the top shoulder, because a couple times before that, they would win inside, and then it just becomes a foot race across the field.
So as a fan, and I know this is why I'm asking you, because I'm wondering as like a player coach, do you feel better about, hey, they dropped it in the bucket, we were where we were supposed to be, versus, hey, this guy's just running free all day? Because as a fan, I'm like, I can live with that. I can live with the touchdown that he drops in the bucket.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like if that were
if you make a perfect throw, like cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that.
I'm with you. That
doesn't make me want to pull my hair out. That's like, hey, great play.
Yeah, but the bigger concern though, like I still think we're kind of missing the mark.
Okay.
You have to play better offensively.
100%. You said that on the broadcast. You said hey, I don't love the 336 for Minnesota, but the 150 for Nebraska is the real problem.
That's the real problem.
Sure, 100%.
So
you want to get into that? Let's get into that.
I mean, and I get it.
Because I did my thing again.
What's that?
With my counting exercise. I just felt like it was necessary. Because I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you, DB. The post-game show was rough. That wasn't great.
Oh, mercy me, man. I can only
4,
imagine.
6, 8, 12.
And I mean, listen, I understand.
Look, three of those sacks, I'm looking at it. We did it on the breakdown I could very well be wrong.
No, that you want to know the numbers? Because I got the numbers. I counted.
I could very well be wrong. But on the 3 that we cut up, just check that thing down. Just check it on down. So
there were 9 sacks, right?
Yeah.
So I did my thing again where I counted 3 seconds, and I charted the entire game on 38 dropbacks.
So this might have been worse than the first time you did it.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
He didn't get the same number of dropbacks, so it probably skewed the numbers a little. Okay.
So only 3 times was there pressure in less than 3 seconds on 38 dropbacks.
That's
3 times.
And one of them came off the edge where Corcoran got beat right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the one where he one of them was Gatula and Emmett Johnson.
Yeah, it wasn't Corcoran. It was Gatula. But do you know what I think happened?
I think it was miscommunication. But
that's what I think, too.
Yeah.
I think he was supposed to get back help.
Yes.
But that
one
happened
of them, one of them had the wrong assignment.
So that was kind of I got to ask. Because I'm dying to know what the processes was like between back help, staying big on big, and chipping. Because it seemed disjointed.
So there were two of those 3. Here's what happened. The miscommunication with Gatula and Emmett Johnson, whatever that was.
Yeah, the one where Emmett got smoked in pass pro.
That was number 2.
Yeah.
Which is not an offensive line problem. I get it's a protection problem, but there's one where Emmett just gets trucked and it's immediately on.
Hey, he was a dude too. 6 was nice, wasn't
Yes, he was. And listen, I'll give it to Emmett. Like, he tried to stick in there and he just got railroaded. Like that.
I bet. Listen,
it is what it is, right?
But that's I've been ran over.
Like, if you're yelling about Donnie, like that one wasn't on Donnie. So the miscommunication, that's still an offensive line, sure. So, but there was only 3.
Yeah.
On 38 dropbacks, he had at least 3 seconds or got rid of the ball in less than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
35 of the 38 times. He had more than 3 seconds 23 times.
But listen, though, twice you gave up sacks with a 3-man pressure and then rushing 2.
Yeah.
So here's the conundrum, though. Like, you shouldn't get home with 2.
100%.
But you also have a ton in coverage.
Yeah.
So
you've got a long time, like, and with Dylan not wanting to force the ball, that's kind of who he is.
But the one thing they gotta really take a look at in like their scramble drills and things like that, you cannot go backwards. You have to go right to left or forward.
He goes backwards a lot.
But they buy time going backwards, and I get that's the natural inclination.
Can't do it.
But
he's not athletic enough.
You have to get out of that.
He is not athletic enough for that.
So, but I'm not. Again, and I don't know enough, and I'm telling you, short of like 5 people that talked the whole time afterwards, nobody said a word.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just quiet as a church mouse, which is what you want, right? I mean, that was.
You don't want people feeling happy after a game like that.
Well, the thing that I had to refrain from is one of the things, and I tried to say this all week, because this happened with Iowa early, and finally Nebraska figured it out. When somebody hates your guts and they want to do bad things to you, you have to fight fire with fire. I said all week, hey, man.
There's animosity there.
There's animosity here. Minnesota doesn't like you.
I was thinking.
Listen, Minnesota doesn't like you. That
when you kept asking that, I thought you meant the fans.
Well, that was part of it.
That's how I took it.
That was part of it.
Yeah.
They were saying F Nebraska 4 minutes into warming up.
Yeah.
No, they were chanting F Nebraska 4 minutes into warming up.
That's wild. That's wild. You don't think
so.
That's a Wisconsin thing. I would think.
Or Iowa.
Yeah.
Right. One of my famous meltdowns. It was the TA interception game. And I'm like, and I asked Brandon Ryan, I'm like, aren't you guys sick of like a team just hating your guts and you guys taking it?
Yeah.
They just didn't match. They didn't match Minnesota's juice. And I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got to match the energy.
Sure as I'm sitting here. Sure as I'm sitting here. Like they just think when Nebraska comes to town
that they can punk them.
Yep. That's the most
that's the part that sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like whatever else, Nebraska got punked.
That's the part that really hurts my feelings. We can make it about a lot of other things,
and there are a lot of other things.
Minnesota just simply played.
They whooped them
harder.
Yes, and that is the most frustrating thing.
Distractions, my ass. That team knows, right? Whatever Coach Rhule told them, the team believe. Don't give me that distraction crap.
No, that was a Minnesota thing, I thought.
That's low-hanging fruit for fans and media. Listen, I get the human. You know what's just as much human nature? Because I heard this a lot. What's human nature? Like you hear this, that, and the other. It's human nature. Why can you'll naturally be? You know what else is human nature?
Mm-hmm.
When somebody's trying to kick your ass, you fight back.
Yeah,
that's human nature.
Yeah,
especially in that sport. So don't give me that distraction crap. Don't, because I got choices.
Yeah,
right. You can be a little concerned that everybody else except who matters is talking. Fine. You are 18 to 24-year-olds. You can hear things.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else happens? In that sport, with tough people playing a tough sport, you fight back.
Yeah.
That's just as much human nature.
Absolutely.
So you can miss me all the way with that.
Like at what point?
All the way miss me with that. Because at some point, you got to put your hands up.
At what point, if somebody's hitting you in the face,
at some point, you got to put your hand. You got to fight back.
Okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
So
let's fight instead of just taking it.
And I again, this is a Jerry Maguire moment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rod Tidwell. You're not gonna get me to get upset, Roy. I'm not gonna cry, but it does aggravate me.
Yeah,
because I just don't like. There's nothing worse in this sport. And I don't know if this is Irish Spring. I don't know if this is dial. This might be a soapbox moment. At the end of the day, it's a tough sport played by tough people.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody enjoys beating your head in,
mm-hmm.
sometimes being tough is just a willingness to get your ass kicked. Most people won't even show up for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Most people won't even show up for the fight. They'll be like, nah, man. But real toughness is willingness to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't. The most disappointing thing for me is I just didn't feel like Nebraska was willing to go there. So we can make it about a lot of other things. And did they get away from EJ? And did we hold the ball too long? And did bad habits rear their ugly? But at the end of the day, Minnesota wasn't being super fancy.
Mm-mm. Like there were football-y things that went wrong, right?
Yeah.
But there were.
So I mean,
a lot of those things can be fixed by just choosing to fight.
Northwestern can't get here soon enough.
Yeah,
that's the way I would think.
Because we gotta show that's not who we are. Like if you're a fighter, if you're a competitor.
Did you just have a bad night at the office?
Or is that who you are?
Or is this who you're going to be?
Yeah.
And you got choices.
Yeah. It's not written for you.
I
mean, you experienced this a couple weeks ago with Central, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they kicked our teeth in.
Like that was and that's weirdly, I thought about that almost immediately because I go.
So you know what? Because I didn't feel like talking.
Yeah.
I avoided. I mean, in our Zoom, like I took the floor like the first 6 minutes, and I said, "Hey guys, I apologize. This is what happens when you're antisocial and you've had time to think." Right? I know. I had an idea of exactly what I want, what I want to do this week against Papio, right? And I said, "Hey, can you just give me X amount of time just to lay out here?" And they're probably like, "This dude's flipping nuts." But all I could think about?
What's that?
It's the answer that I gave everybody. Hey, what happened? We got Central. We got Central. That's in my head. Like those that know, right?
Yeah.
Like you got an option. You got chances. Same as I told you. The next 2 weeks, Elk South, and it tell us a lot about what we were.
And
I didn't say much. I said, I'm telling you, Ravi, we'll figure out who we are in the next 2 weeks, and I'll tell you then.
Yeah.
Right. So Northwestern cannot get here soon enough.
Because then we'll find out.
And don't understand, like, there's some things that I don't know if Nebraska's good enough at this point to overcome. Because, again, you can always give the ball. Like, there's tactical things you can do.
100%.
But don't undersell things like Hartzog. Don't undersell Spindler.
Shavers. That one I felt like was big. That one I felt was big. Him not being able to go with the club.
So
that was tough.
So I saw him, and he's got this.
Got a club.
And it's a big one.
Yeah, and there's no fingers out.
It's a big one. Yeah. And I said to I think it was either Jess or Ben, because Kyle was upstairs, and I'm like, when'd that happen? Like, I was floored.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see him in the hotel, right? And he's out in the T-shirt, and he's doing his deal. And so for Coach Rhule, who, and I appreciate him being candid, when he said, you know what, it just hurt too bad.
Yeah.
Like, I could, if he just got that thing on Tuesday, like, I could imagine.
Yeah, he had surgery this week.
So that kind of broke my heart. But yeah, don't undersell those kind of things.
Yeah, that's huge. But I also sit there and I go.
So in one hand, the difference between, and I'm going to say this, and I'll move on from it. The difference between an excuse and an explanation is ownership. So Nebraska has to own the fact that they didn't show up mentally. They just didn't.
Yeah.
And they also have to own the fact, I think they don't think Minnesota was very good.
I didn't think Minnesota was very good.
I'm telling you.
I still don't think Minnesota was very good.
I can't.
I know.
I can't say that.
I know.
Because I've been in that position.
I'm taking 30,000-foot view. I'm not in it. I understand.
The micro for me is I'm not afforded the luxury to say anything because we got our ass
whipped. 100%.
Right. So,
but
you may end up being right. I don't know. But what I'm just telling you is, it doesn't make me feel any better to get whooped by a team, even if you don't think they're very good.
No, it probably makes you feel worse.
So that like
it makes me feel worse. That's what I was frustrated by, because I look at that team and I go, okay, do I think that team is better than Cincinnati? Absolutely not. Do I think that team is better than Michigan? Absolutely not. Do I think that team's better than Michigan State or Maryland? I don't think so. That's the frustrating part, is it was just a Minnesota decided to kick your ass.
Well, so two of the things I think Nebraska got to figure out. Why is it that no matter what a team comes in with statistically, they do the opposite against Nebraska?
That is a problem.
Whether it's sacking the quarterback or running the football.
Or stopping the run. I mean, Minnesota had gotten gashed all year. But you're right. So, like, all the narratives and all the things, not even narratives, the things that were statistically true about Minnesota, they flipped.
Take your pick.
Or Maryland flipped. Or Michigan State flipped. Yeah. Right?
Take your pick.
So that's fair. That is the thing that I find very
And
concerning.
I don't think it snuck up on Nebraska, because you heard
Butler say, "Well, yeah, I'd run it on us too."
Yeah. So, I mean, this will be maybe
that was a little bit more foreboding than we originally thought.
I'm fascinated by Saturday, because I only know
Northwestern's not a gimme.
I only know, like, in this game, in the game of football, like, you're afforded the luxury to solve problems with aggression.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing I think that frustrates me the most about the run fits, is they are passive mistakes, it feels like.
It's maddening.
Like, that's why I'm taking screenshots of seeing how far guys are off the line of scrimmage when Minnesota is clearly in a run and directionally in a run for a certain amount of time. Because I'm sitting there and I go, how are you still 12 yards off the line of scrimmage when the back is still behind the line of scrimmage? Like, how are you still that far away?
I don't know enough about what's actually taught with those keys either.
I don't either, but I'm going to say, if that's what's
I could easily ask.
If that's what's being taught,
it wasn't the time or place.
Sure. But I'm saying, if that's what's being taught, if he was in the right spot, teach something else, because that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not a football genius, but, like, if your guy that is your free runner hitter is that far off the line of scrimmage, that's probably not going to work very often.
Yeah. When I see, and
that's why guys miss tackles, right?
I kind of want to call. Gosh, we should have got MRI today. So there are these different kind of blocks, right? There's this thing. It's called a scoop block, where I'm just wondering, like on the second. Hey, see if you can grab Foreman for tomorrow. He may.
Okay.
I may ask him if he's got time today.
I'll say we call him now.
Let me ask him real quick. Hang on. You got 15 minutes this morning? I've got questions. I'm dead serious.
I know you are.
So listen.
I got questions.
I just want to know, like, when you read scoop blocks, like, are you reading face masks? Because if that face mask stays square, he's trying to scoop you. If you cannot
tell me what a scoop block is.
So they work this lateral step and they're going to climb up to you.
Gotcha.
Like,
so they're trying to get around the initial.
Like just think, like,
just scoop it around. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Right, lateral. Like when you read,
so if he's trying to get around your face and up.
When you read a face mask, split it. Split it. Get your ass downhill and meet that thing as close to the line of scrimmage as possible. If you get scooped on the second level, you can't play.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you just can't.
Yeah. And I know
it's so I just want to know.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots I want to know.
For sure.
But you can solve problems with aggression. You just can't. So
here's my question. I've been wondering this for a few weeks now. Can you force, based on your scheme or play call, can you force the aggression?
One more time.
If guys aren't being naturally aggressive, like it seems like they're not, can you force that with scheme or play call?
So I mean, yes.
Because I know you're gonna sacrifice something else.
I may say to Coach Queen, hey, listen, we're a little tentative here. Let's put him on the move.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Because
you can do that.
Like that would be my next, like, hey, maybe we try that. If we're not switching out personnel or anything like that, if we're having guys that are having a hard time being aggressive, my next thought would be like, well, hey, let's just force them to be aggressive.
He said after 8. All right. Hey, Shane, text him. Try him at 8:45.
Will do.
All right. I got questions.
So that would be my thing. Is if they're not doing it, if they're not seeing it, force them into it.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, like, you have to get here.
So one time we went to commercial break and we're like scrambling trying to figure out the offensive line combinations. That's
for Nebraska.
Yes. That's how much in disarray it was.
I mean, yeah, you lose obviously Spindler to the injury and then Pritchett.
It was just like, wait a minute, what's going on? But it was going so fast.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it's cool and it's not cool.
Yeah.
You have these scripts and these charts and you want to go like this, and sometimes it just doesn't, right? Which I imagine is the same way.
Yeah.
It is for these guys to coach.
Yeah,
too.
on the sideline. Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just putting out fires, like super real time. So I don't know, man. Do I give in? Is this just like a testosterone moment where I'm like, damn, be the short week and this, that, and the other, and I'm just not hearing it? Or do I need to have some sort of grace and compassion for what it was? Because at the end of the day, just something doesn't sit well with a team that look like they just want it to be tougher.
Yeah, so that's, I think, where you can't do the short week thing. Or listen, I get that it was East Coast, back home, short week. I get all those things. And I get that there are things that Nebraska struggles with schematically on run fits and whatever.
Yeah.
It felt like like the thing that's sitting with me poorly, and I'm assuming it is with you, I don't know for sure, but the thing that's sitting with me poorly is it felt like Minnesota just decided that this is how the game was going to go, and Nebraska didn't say, hey, no, that's not what's happening.
Yeah, so I want to go back to something I said about this week, which is because this has happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whether it was us getting our ass kicked by Arizona State or, Central or whatever, like, North Platte did it to us. I mean, it's happened, right?
Yeah.
So the beautiful thing about this game is you get another crack at it.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the season. So that's why when I said, hey, color me fascinated with the Northwestern. Is this just a bad night out,
Or is this who you're
or
going to
is this who you're going to be? I just like.
Because Northwestern's pretty tough too.
Oh yeah, they're going
And
to
defensively, they're pretty good.
they're going to present some similar challenge. So
They slowed Oregon down in a way most teams haven't.
in this weird sort of excited way. Like I'm excited.
This is a better challenge than I think we thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
And Nebraska needs that challenge.
so it's like I want to see.
Can I? So
I want to see how we can respond.
I don't want to chastise people for how their frustrations after this game, because I'm super frustrated too. If anybody saw the post
You mean
game,
not telling people how to fan?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't bother me.
But I am going to say this. The solution to every loss is not to fire someone.
I hate
I'm just over that. Like, I don't know how many times this is part of the reason I literally chart the pressures and with a stopwatch. Because I'm over it. I'm over we've tried that before.
Yeah.
We've done that. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't the answer is not to fire somebody every time something goes wrong. Sometimes you have to stick with it and fix it, right? And sometimes you have to say, hey, this body of work makes sense or whatever, right? Yeah. Like, the answer is not always to fire somebody. It's just not. And I'm kind of over that. I need that to
you can't listen.
So, I'm over it. If that's where you want to go with this, I'm not here for it. I'm just not. I'm not here for you got to fire this guy, and you got I'm just not here for it.
You can't let you stay here.
I'm all right. All right.
Stay here.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
People can make it's just opinions.
I get it. And listen, I've had opinions too that were wrong. I've had opinions that were right. I've had opinions that were overreactionary and emotional. I get it. I do.
So look at it like this. How I look at it, right? And you do with this what you will. You get an opportunity to really put it this is a beautiful litmus test.
Yeah, you get put to the test.
You get to put it to the. All I can think of is just how I'm wired, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is when my man in 300, right? He sees, he's like, this is his guys are like, have they knows whatever, right? And you see all the hanging bodies from the trees and they cast the dark shadow. And Leonidas is like, the immortals. We'll put their name to the test.
Yeah.
Give them nothing.
Put them to the test.
We'll put them to the test.
Yeah.
Like
it's an opportunity.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Because clearly, so far this season, this is an anomaly in terms of
how it played out.
Yes,
I agree. That's why it's frustrating. Because I thought we were past this kind of loss.
This is an anomaly.
Right.
So are we you get the opportunity to say, hey, listen, this is not who we are. This is not who we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Put it to the test.
That's why I'm frustrated.
This is a new little thing you get to write in your own narrative.
Absolutely.
And they're the authors. They're the one that get to pen the thing. We don't.
Well, that's why I think it's harder for sometimes. It's harder
was P-E-N.
Yeah.
How does it sound? Pen.
Like the tennis ball.
Yeah.
Pen. No, I think that's why it's sometimes harder for fans because we have zero control over what's happening.
Stank, he's coming.
You know what I mean?
But believe that.
Good Lord, I hope so.
I almost did something this week.
You almost walked down one of the other boxes. You all right? You good? You looking for something? You good?